1 year ago today, the Almeda fire had just started. The first call came in at about 11:07, so it would have been 8 minutes ago. In the hours that followed, thousands of lives were changed forever. Throughout the day today, Newswatch 12 is taking a look back at last September 8th and the changes that we've seen since. On the front lines of that fire that day, there was a wealth of experience, but even years of training could not prepare crews for the challenges that they faced a year ago. For firefighters, one particular challenge stood out among the rest. Newswatch 12's Josh Shelton joins us live in Talent today with more on what this big challenge was for firefighters last year.
With every passing minute on September 8th, crews were facing new challenges. As crews raced around Ashland, Talent, and Phoenix, they were putting water on anything they could. And they ran into a problem. Their water was running out.
In the beginning, I don't think anyone thought water supply would be an issue.
When the first call came in, Jimmy Johnson was at home. He raced to Fire District 5 and prepared to join the firefight. As the day progressed, water pressure dropped. By about 8 that night, water was no longer coming out of the hydrants.
You take the hose off the hydrant, you open the hydrant, and nothing comes out. And so at that point, you realize, okay, this whole system is shut down.
Virtually all of the water for the area affected by the Almeda fire comes from the tap line, which stands for Talent Ashland Phoenix. At maxed output, the tap line can move 4,000 gallons per minute. Most hydrants use about 500 gallons per minute, while industrial ones can move nearly 1,000 gallons. When water pressure was lost on September 8th, 2020, it wasn't just because too many hydrants were working at the same time.
The biggest challenge for us was the service lines and the houses that was burned down, and that was the biggest loss of water for us.
As each home was destroyed, a water line went with it, dispensing water freely and taking away precious gallons per minute from firefighters. Matias Mendez, a 20-year veteran of the Phoenix Public Works Department and 30-year resident, watched water levels in the reservoir drop. He had to act, and quickly, to buy firefighters more time.
We had to do something, and otherwise we're going to lose our water really quick. And we're trying to approach water meters and shut it off.
Back into the fire he went with some of his crew to do what they could to help.
But that was, almost impossible because that was too dangerous, and this was not safe for us to do that.
When the hydrants eventually did run dry, firefighters began trucking in water from Ashland to help battle the flames. The homes destroyed in the Almeda fire proved to be devastating on multiple fronts.
The service lines and the houses, those are the one really killed us far as not maintaining pressure on the line.
The tap line was not built to handle an event like this, and it's really not something that can be mitigated. If another Almeda fire were to happen, a similar fate would befall the local water system.
Matias Mendez also lost his home of 20 years in the Almeda fire. Now, he and his son are looking to rebuild that home in Phoenix, and they hope to have it done by Christmas, which Matias says would be the ultimate Christmas present. Live in Talent, Josh Shelton, Newswatch 12.